see a bard in the corner, ready to tell you a story.
Hi everyone, this is Bardic Whispers. I'm going to be going through creating a random Warforged PC. So I had this one idea, it's running around in my head a little bit, so to speak, about a Warforged Artificer. I think it's a really sort of interesting dynamic to do with like sort of the racing class at the same time. This aspect of sort of like an automaton or a robot or artificial intelligence developing the ability to like, you know, repair or even create other the pieces through arcane or magic or something like that. So I think it'd be a really interesting piece of work to make this kind of artificer, especially if they are warforged. So what you will need for the race of Warforged is the book for everyone. There's one of our little fellows. There's a lot of our little fellows. So we'll go through these different races and stuff. So again, I think this is a really cool, it's really cool artwork. It's really awesome. Like, I get like steampunk vibes, I get Dune vibes. It's great. So you have as well, you have like changelings, dwarves, dwarf styles and stuff like that, elves. And everything, so there's a few different other goblinoids as well you might want to use. Half elves, halflings. I also want to do a Callister as well. I actually just got a Callister cleric mini, so I'll probably look at doing one of those as well. Because Callister is one of the other races that come in from Emerald. Shifters, tieflings. So Warforged. Built to fight in the last war. While the first war fought with mindless automatons, House Kenneth devoted vast resources to improving these steel soldiers. Unexpected breakthrough produced sapient soldiers, giving rise to what some have only grudgingly accepted as new species. Warforged are made from wood and metal, but they can feel pain and emotions. Built as weapons, they must now find a purpose beyond a war. So that's kind of like a good thing aspect of like trying to find a job that they're good at. So building robots or looking at clockwork and everything is really cool, sort of, would be a cool little sort of put together. Living steel and stone, Warforged are formed from the blend of organic and inorganic materials. Root-like cords infused with alchemical fluids serve as their muscles. The Warforged were built to serve and to fight for most of their existence. The typical Warforged shows little emotion. Many Warforged embrace a concrete purpose, such as protecting allies, completing a contract, or exploring a land. So as an artificer, you have like, it's so interesting in understanding a whole bunch of little things and stuff. So we also have little quirks and stuff which I think are cool. So 5, you don't know how to filter your feelings and you're prone to dramatic or emotional outbursts. So when something is difficult or you don't really understand, you can sort of like shout out and stuff. So so maybe a short fuse, plus no feelings filter. Oh. Warforged. So we have a Warforged soldier here. Gold muscles and everything like that, made from wires and hydraulics and stuff. So, most Warforged were assigned numerical designations. Many have adopted nicknames given to them by their comrades and stuff. So I'm going to roll a D100 for their number. So we're going to have number 14. So let's just have it as 14. All forged names: Anchor, Banner, Bastion, Blade, Blue, Bow, Cart, Mace, Oak, Onyx, Pants, Pierce, Red. I think I'm going to call him, because I've got like this like clockwork and tinkering stuff. I'm going to call him Clock. Maybe other PCs I hope would call him Tick, as in TikTok, not the app, what clocks used to make before everything was digitalized. So maybe he's a little bit more analog as well, so maybe he's like prefers analog style. So he's a bit older, doesn't like digital. So maybe his flaw is against digital, so hates digital. Warforged traits. Your Warforged character has the following traits. Your Constitution score increases by 2, and your other ability scores of your choice increases by 1. So Constitution is already going to be a +2 to what it is going to be, so we'll figure that out in a second. So what I'll do is I'll go to the actual PHB and roll up the statistics. Age. They're saying, typically live between 2 and 30 years old. I'm going to roll with advantage on the percentage die to see how many years he is. That's 64. 97. So he's going to be 97. They say that there's no one really, you're not really aware of how old they are. So if it was 97 or how old they can be. So I think it's like, like clockwork, so a bit of an older gent kind of thing. A tinkerer. They're also immune to magical aging effects. Alignment. Most Warforged take comfort in order to discipline, tending towards law and neutral. But some have resolved the morality and lack thereof, which they're being served. So I'd probably have him as lawful neutral. He's more sort of concerned about, they're more concerned about clocks and we're doing the job and everything like that. So alignment, lawful neutral. Right, a tinkerer. Race, Warforged. And he is an artificer. Size 2d6. 1, 4, 5. And so he is 5 feet plus 10 inches plus 5 inches, so he becomes 6'4", 6'3". So he's a little bit tall. Not taller than me, at least. Constructed resilience. You were created to have a remarkable fortitude, represented by the following benefits. You have an advantage on saving throws against being poisoned. Resistance against poison damage. You don't need to eat, drink, or breathe. You are immune to disease, and you don't need to sleep, and magic can put you to sleep, and magic can't put you to sleep. Sentry's Rest. When you take a long rest, you must spend at least 6 hours in an inactive, motionless state rather than sleeping. In this state, you appear inert, but it doesn't render you unconscious. You can see and hear as normal, which is pretty cool. Integrated protection, your body was built in defensive layers. You have +1 to your armor class, regardless. You can don only armor with which you have proficiency. To don armor other than a shield, you must incorporate it into your body. Over the course of 1 hour during which you remain in contact with the armor. To doff armor, you must spend 1 hour removing it. You can rest while donning or doffing armor in this way. While you live, the armor incorporated into your body can't be removed against your will. Specialized design, you gain 1 skill proficiency on a tool proficiency of your choice, and in languages you can speak and write Common, and 1 other language of your choice. So with the languages, I'm going to probably say Common, which is, what you've got, and the other language is going to be the language of Mechanus, which is a little gear plane, so I think that'd be cool. Proficiency, I'm going to say dexterity. Where's my dexterity? So we're going to be proficiency in dexterity as well. So, let's also jump to class, and we'll go through the Artificer. 54. Look at that. Perfect. Creating an Artificer. Masters of unlocking magic in everyday objects, artificers are supreme inventors. They see magic as a complex system waiting to be decoded and controlled. Artificers use tools to channel arcane power, crafting magical objects to cast a spell. To cast a spell, an artificer could use alchemist supplies to create a potent elixir, calligraphy supplies to increase the signal of power on an ally's armor, or tinkerer's tools to craft a temporary charm. The magic of an artificer is tied to their tools and their talents. Cool. So let's just jump into the hit points. So 1d8 per artificer level. Where's my d8? d8. 8. Cool. Where are my hit points? Hit dice. We have 8. Total 8. Your constitution modifier. 8 plus these, so it's going to be, constitution is going to be a minimum 10 for the modifier, but it's plus 2. 1d8 plus your constitution. So at this stage I haven't done the actual roll up for the stats, but 6 plus 2, 8 hit points. This is level 1, of course, so we've got the range of spells inside these things, so you've got a few different 5th level. Get up to 5th level, you can't go really much higher than that, but with Artificer you can create some really potent weapons and stuff, so let's just let that be. Different things, so at first level you learn how to invest a spark of magic into a mundane object. To use this ability you must have the thieves' tools, artisan tools in hand, and then touch a tiny non-magical object. You can shed bright light for 5 feet. Object constantly emits your choice of odor, etc, etc. So those are different things like that. Aesthetic visual effect appears. So like there's a lot of like distraction things here you can do, like level 1 to assist rogues or something like that, which is pretty pretty nice. Item infusion, spellcasting ability, your spell save, so there's 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your intelligence modifier. Spell attack modifier is your proficiency bonus plus your intelligence modifier. Ritual casting, you've got your spell list. You've got like, kind of like a mechanical cleric, you've got like great restoration. Pretty cool. Infusing items. Magic into the adept. So, specialists. There's the alchemist. There's the artillerist. There's the battlesmith. For infusions. The immaculate servant. I think probably in terms of this, artillerist. Because with the artillerist, you've got like eldritch cannons with the guns and stuff, like clockwork guns and stuff like that, so I think that would be cool. Then you get the arcane fire up, which is pretty powerful, flamethrowers and stuff, so let's go with that. Explosive cannons, fortified position and stuff, so let's go with that, the artillerist. So with the personality traits, trouble speaking emotionally. Yes, that's good. I think that's good. I also wanted to look into one thing in this, but I can't remember where it was. So, where is it? What I'm looking for is the regrets of the war all the time and stuff. Regrets. It was on the first page. Fun. D10. What I want to do is have like a regret come in. Maybe define some things. You engaged in covert operations for a nation as a spy or soldier. While you were serving your country, you did unforgivable things. So that's sort of like did questionable things as a spy. So that also feeds back into X-War. Is now sort of like a little bit damaged in terms of like being able to speak emotionally from these things. And maybe like to be able to tinker and like a lot of spycraft and technology and stuff was in that place as well. So that all sort of ties in really well together. Now let's also just pick up a debt as well for you're making a delivery on behalf of a Boromir clan and you lost the merchandise. So maybe some people hunting you needs to make a payback. So there's sort of like there's like complications in the background. That's great. Cool. So what I'm going to do now is going to grab the PHB. I haven't done this before, and I wanted to actually try and understand how this is going to work, but I wanted to create a character using the rolling method. Now, forgive me if I don't do this correctly, because I haven't done this before, and I wanted to try it on camera. So let's see how it goes. I just need to find where that is. Cool. So hit point and hit dice we've done already. Proficiency bonuses, I'll skip that. Determining ability scores. Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, charisma. Which number recorded on character sheet. The 6 abilities used in the game are described in chapter 7. You generate your character's ability scores randomly. Roll 4 6 dice. Record the total of the highest 3 dice on a piece of scratch paper. Do this 5 more times so that you have 6 numbers. If you want to save time, you don't have like the idea of randomly determining, you can also use the following: 15, 14, 13, 20, 10, and 8. So I normally just use the grab and you just pick and stuff. So what I will do is, why don't we just grab a little piece of paper. So what is it? It's a D6. It's a D6. And you roll it 4 times, was it? Randomly roll 4 D6. Take away the... Oh no, I only have... 46. We have 46. Alright, so 46. 4, 4, 3, 1. So 3, 8. Let us just go with this. This one here. This page. Whoop. This one here. Where's my pen? So, first one, I'm going to do this 6 times, but the first one is 8, 11, 11, 10, 16, 2, so that's 6, 10, 2, 1, so 2, that's not very good, 7, 1, 3, 6, 12, oh that's not good either, 4, and another 7. Okay, so now you've got these different ability score modifiers. Okie dokie, I'm starting to get how this works. Alrighty. So Constitution, we already have the +2 to whatever it is, so we might actually just see if we can get that to 0, but like... So -2, so we'll put one of the 7s in the Constitution, because then we get +2, which makes it a modifier of 0. Let's go with Strength. So one of these is gone. I have Intelligence, it's pretty high. Was it? Was it Intelligence? Yeah, I think it was Intelligence. So Intelligence, let's have that 16. Which is a +3. Let's have Strength as 12. So it's a +1. Dexterity. Let's have it as 10. Which comes out as 0. 7, because he's like not really good with his emotions and stuff and that. So the charisma can be -2. And 11 for wisdom, which is also a 0. Cool, it's not too bad. Not too bad. So let's just keep that over there. Cool. So, and then you also have here, so you put all your saving throws. Saving throws, I'm not really sure, but we'll just skip over that. So these all have different ones. So you have 0 for dexterities. 0, 0. Wisdom is going to be 0. 0, 0, 0. Intelligence is plus 3. 3, 3. Two, 3, 3, -2, -2, plus 1, 3. Cool. Started to come out a little bit more. Cool. And then describing the character with different weapons and artificer, they can have a few different things there. How I sort of see this character, I think they would have a lot of different like gears, clockwork stuff, bowl, brass, lots of changes and different things and stuff. So maybe we've got like plates and stuff with gears. Not a very good drawer, but like kind of like Iron Man kind of thing maybe. Let's go through a little few different traits and stuff, and then we'll call it a day. I think. Character details, personality, background, 121. I mean, this is fun for me to do because I am a DM, so I don't really get to play too much. So it's fun to sort of explore and look at these different things. So we've got the different backgrounds and languages and stuff. So maybe Gnomish or something like that. Exotic language. Do we have? Yeah, not really sure what the Mechanus language is, but like, oh look. So there's acolyte, there's criminal, charlatan, entertainer, guild artisan. What's a guild artisan? Sorry, probably an artisan, probably some kind of artisan or something like that. So let's have a look at this. Guild business. Probably going to want to go 10. Jewelers and gem cutters. Yep, sorry, so jeweler. Gem cutting. Great. So that kind of goes into the watches and clocks and stuff like that, so that's great. Personality trait, T8. 5. I'm rude to people who lack my commitment to hard work and fair play. Hates slackers. D6 for ideals. 4. Greed. I run the unit for money. That doesn't really work with that, so I might re-roll that. 6. Aspiration. I work hard to be the best there is at my craft. Yeah. That's a little bit better. Wants to be the best artificer. Cool. Bond. 5. One day I will return to my guild and prove that I am the greatest artisan of all. Does that. 6. I am horribly jealous for anyone who can outshine my handiwork. Everywhere I go, I'm surrounded by rivals. Yep, that also works as well with the emotional state and everything. Everyone is a competitor. Cool, great, perfect. Yeah, so that's my sort of artificer Warforged. Let me know if you play Warforged, what class or anything like that. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks everyone. Enjoy your long rest.